Hello. So, oh, wait. I hope all is well wherever you are. So, today's video is a January recap, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about soul ties later. So January, let's see here. I really didn't get a lot done this month. I didn't. Um, I just really felt like I wanted to chill, relax, and just be. And the last 2 weeks, I was sick with a sore throat and a horrible cough, and just lacking energy to do anything. So I just say, I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to chill. And that's exactly what I did. Yesterday was actually the first day in the last 2 weeks that I really felt good and good enough to go outside and enjoy the sunshine and walk on a nature trail or two. Well, a nature trail. So that's what I did yesterday. Today, I juiced kale, spinach, green apples, pineapple, lemon, cilantro, and parsley. Yeah, I juiced those. I'll be drinking this green juice throughout the month of February. So I'll be repeating this for the next couple of weeks, if not the next 2 months. Just to you know, give my body some much needed greens. What else? It's not really too much. I've gotten into some painting. That's another thing that I know I want to do this year was get back into actual crafting and making things and, you know, like polymer clay. I have painting. I have my Cricut. I have, I don't know. I just got so many art supplies and I did not really use much of it last year. And I want to get into that and use that stuff so that I can create to my heart's content. I recently painted a sunrise, a sunset. That's what I meant to say, a sunset. And that was fun. I painted that while I was, just not feeling well and just kind of wanted a different vibe, a different flow for myself. So I found myself painting and thinking about, just life. January is just always one of those months where you're just thinking about everything. For me, thinking about everything, thinking about the year ahead. What do you want to do? Along with what do you need to do, and what big adventure would you like to take on? And I mean, I don't really need to go anywhere per se. I think I just want to continue to hit the nature trails and just explore different places and different parts and things like that. Because I really love that. I really love that form of being outdoors. Is exploring like all of our state parks. And there are a few that are still close to me that I haven't gone to. I took my mother with me to explore a new park a couple of weeks ago, and it was so nice. Oh my gosh. So this park had more boardwalks. I forgot the name, but more boardwalks in a really beautiful tower that overlooked, I mean, a big lake or a pond, maybe, I don't know, but it was so beautiful. And they had all of these There is a common yellow, I'm going to say a wildflower, that I see in all of our parks now. And you know how, like, you see something for the first time, and then after that, you start seeing it often, everywhere. So there's this, I gotta find out what it is. I take pictures of it all the time, but it's so vibrant, so gorgeous, so beautiful, and I love seeing it in bloom. So that'd be like one of those things that I do, just continue to get out and do. And another thing I want to introduce into my life, into my routines, is solo dating. It's just that for me, uh, I don't really like restaurants anymore. I don't really like the movies. There are two that I do want to see, though. There are two movies that I want to see. I went to go see The Color Purple, the musical. I gave that a C plus, and I want to go see Origins, and I would like to go see Bob Marley, One Love. Those two I do want to see for sure in theaters, just kind of show my support. And past that, I don't really care to go to the movie theaters. So I feel like most of my solo dates will be around like the bookstore, or if I go out to a park, a time I at one time going to a park, I take a picnic with me, and I set up on the grass and have me a nice lunch and just enjoy the fresh air. Something like that. I haven't been on any roller coasters in so long, and I used to love roller coasters. And now I feel like because it's been so long since I've been on one, I don't know if I like them anymore. So I may somehow give that a test run to see if that's something I'm still into. Because I just don't know. But I used to love them. I mean, front row, loved them. I don't know. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy myself. And I want to be fully prepared for the spring and the summer. Ooh, got the chills. Hearing they gave me the chills. Fully prepared for the spring and the summer to just be out, to enjoy the Florida sun. I have the summer off this year, and I really want to enjoy it. I want to be out as much as I can be out, and just having the best time. I will say that I am so thankful for this winter. Thus far, I have not been hit with winter blues, and I'm so thankful for that. And I will say that last year during, I don't know if it was summer solstice, if I said that right, but there was one point heading out of the summer season, and I was concerned because it was reported that we were going to have like a real winter in Florida this year. And we had some really cold days, and we had some warm days, some cloudy days, some rainy days, some sunny days. So it's been a mix of everything, which is why it feels like such bipolar weather. But where was I going with that? Oh, yes. So I was concerned with going into the wintertime and facing a real Florida winter, that I was going to be dealing with some sadness. And in order to I wanted to prevent that. So I wanted to continue to do the things that made me smile, that gave me joy. I considered taking some vitamin D and some other like vitamins that can keep my mood elevated. And I didn't end up doing any of that. But yeah, I'm good. I am navigating. I am like mostly happy and joyful, and I'm thankful. And it's just pretty amazing. And I also can contribute, my feeling like this to my healing journey, to having a grateful heart, and just being open to the good positivity, possibility, the good possibilities, staying positive, that kind of thing. I've had my moments, don't get me wrong, but like I have not dealt with barely any winter blues. And the one or two times I felt like, oh, I really miss the sun, I painted the sun. And that made me feel so much better. So I'm so thankful for that part, not dealing with winter blues. Because, ooh, before, it was not fun. And so we're in the last few days of January. I mean, I have no really big plans around, except, just getting content together for February and just riding out the rest of the month. I'm very happy. And, my last 2 weeks I wasn't feeling well, so my productivity was not it where I wanted it to be. I'm not gonna say where it needed to be, because obviously I needed to focus on just, healing my body. And that's what I did. I I've been thinking like about life in general, and the rules, and how like I am coming to a place where I feel like there aren't as many rules to this as we thought, or we've been told all our lives. What if it's as simple as just maintaining your happiness and striving to be happy? I feel like there is still so much to unlearn in order for us to feel fulfilled. I don't think a lot of us feel fulfilled because we think we need more than what we have. That does not mean the, you know, basics, because a lot of us don't even have that. I'm just saying, we have such a huge attachment to stuff. We really do. We have a huge attachment to stuff. I just wonder. I mean, there's so much going on, and I just wonder how it's all going to pan out for us now and the generations ahead. Like, I just wonder, what kind of world are they going to be adults in? I feel a coughing spell coming. Hold on. So I just kind of wonder about that. What's going to happen, which I know is out of my control, but you can't help but wonder, like, what's going to happen to this country with everything that we know and are continuing to find out and learn about our country and our government. It's astounding. But I'm not going to stay on that, because it will become a rant. So January is good, rest and restoration, and I am ready for February, my birthday month. And whatever is in store for me for next month, I'm open, I'm ready, and I'm here. It's as simple as that. So, switch over to soul ties. I have been thinking about a certain someone in my past that has me thinking about that version of myself then. And that's why I say January has me, like, often every year has me reflecting on my past, my present, and the future more heavily than any other month of the year. So I've been thinking about this person, but not necessarily him as much as who I was with him. And I thought about a moment in therapy because every time I brought him up, I would say, this person that I fancy myself in love with or whatever. And it was always the same facial reaction, the same wording. And there was a session and she was like, because, I guess I had a lot to say about him. And one day, my therapist, she was like, Brandy, like, how come you could never just say this man that I was in love with? Like, how come it's always the ugly face and you fancied yourself in, like how come you could never just say you were in love with this person? And I told her, I was like, and it was me now, trying to either defend that version of myself that I was with him, but I was like, because I knew then that he was no good for me. I knew that then. Okay, I knew that then, and still dealt with it. Still dealt with it with him for as long as I did. Right, I knew then, and so me being the kind of person that I am, like, I love love, I love affection, I love romance, I love intimacy, I love love. And I just, I just hate that, I didn't love myself then. I didn't respect myself then. I had no values, no boundaries. I lacked everything pertaining to self at that point in my life dealing with him, right? And and it's not even maddening or even upsetting now because all of those experiences count. All of those experiences, you know, help you to arrive here, where you know better and you are able to do better. And I'm reflecting on this because you see today now where women are still in certain, situations with their partners that aren't necessarily good for them. And you can see now where, like, some of these women know that they are not in the ideal situation, but are still there. And I know I cannot save the world. I can't do that. And I don't have any children to pour this into, but there are children here still that can be poured into. And I guess in reflecting on the old Brandy, I feel like I just want to tell like all the young girls out there to learn to love yourself, to establish boundaries, to care for your well-being, to establish ownership over your happiness and your joy, to own it 100%. And it's even hard to say that because, we're supposed to get this stuff from our own families. But if they don't know and they were never taught, they can't teach you. And since we are in the era of social media, this information is easily accessible now. You can learn how to love yourself. You can learn how to care for yourself. You can learn what boundaries are and how to establish them and which boundaries pertain to you. You can learn just about anything without having been taught by the people in your lives. There are so many resources out here. And it's just like wanting to prevent heartache and wasting precious time with the wrong people. But on the flip side of that, though, oftentimes, we do need those lessons. And we have to live through those lessons to better our own selves. I know I read that somewhere where, like, you just cannot prevent everyone from falling. There is a lesson to be learned in the fall. And the same could be said for me. There was a lesson in the fall. Even though it can take years of your life, when you learn, it's a cycle that no longer has to be repeated. So I feel like I just like kind of consoled myself in a sense, just saying that, you gotta let people live. You gotta let people learn. Because there are lessons that we have to learn, and we can't prevent them from learning it. I mean, that's a part of living life. That's a part of the human experience, is to live, learn, and thrive. So, I mean, it was never, it wasn't even about him. It was about me. So, I have to, and not even I have to, like, I willingly give old Brandy so much grace, because there was just so much I didn't know. Like, there was just so much I didn't believe about myself. So I needed her to elevate to her, me, today. And I would not feel how I feel about myself now if it wasn't for previous experiences. So it all comes into play: the pain, the joy, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the trials, and the tribulations. That is life's balance. And you can't have one without the other. And just like you have lessons, you have blessings. That just, yeah, kind of touched my own heart. It's amazing how these things process and how we process as we're trying to explain and question and inquire, and within your own words you find the answer. That's the video. I really don't have anything else to say because I am just humbled right now. So I'll see you next time.